What's going on? What's happening, everybody? On my way to the world's best coffee shop to grab some coffee, and then we're gonna head to One World to train. So, typical training day. You guys already know what it is. I'll catch you in a bit. What's going on, guys? So I just got done with my daily morning sabbatical. I try to get away every once in a while to just kind of, focus and shift onto what's important in life and whatnot. And, during the work week, it's really hard to do that just because with commuting and the distance I have to commute, it's just a lot of times it makes it really inconvenient. But I try to do it as often as possible just to kind of make sure that my mind's in the right frame of mind. And I'm focusing on the right things. Otherwise, I just get really distracted, really unfocused. So, like I said in my other video, I'm reading this book called Living Forward. Really great book in terms of making sure you start off the new year on the right step. I really recommend it if you're looking to make some changes in your life, whatever it is that you're trying to do. But with that, guys, I'm gonna head to the gym.
My best one today.
Did you?
330.7.
330.7? That's pretty good. Yeah.
You're going to do singles get right back. Rest on your belt. Pick it up, drop it. So you're going to go one round? You got one. I missed the thrusters, but I'll go first. Get back at it if you're going to dump it. Too much rest. Let's go. That's it. Put your phone up front. Two more, keep breathing. Take deep breath. Easy properly, Harvey, easy. Slow and steady.
So pretty.
One more. Good. Get that ground. Come on, rest in the bottom.
Stop resting, Harvey. Let's go. Only 4 rounds.
There you go. One day. Big dip, deep breath. Don't let go of that bar. You can do it. Come on, step up if you're going to do clusters. Fast singles. It's a lightweight for you. Right at it. on, Harv. Look out of the bottom. Don't wait at the bottom. Use that bounce out of the bottom. Boom, drop, drop. Step, step. Good, drop. 3 more. Drop. Step, step. Good, drop. Drop. Step, step. Good, 1 more. Drop. Step, step. 5. That one hurt. That one hurt. Hey, David, how do you feel right now? Like how bad?
Like,
Suck like good, suck bad. that was a stupid idea. Very stupid idea.
it was rough, dude. I didn't think it was gonna be that rough.
If it looks easy like that, it's rough.
It's very deceiving. Yeah.
I looked at it, I was like, fuck, do I want to do this?
Yeah.
That's why I asked you at the 3rd round, do you want to stop?
I think at 90, what was it? The regular one is at 95 pounds?
95 pounds.
I don't think it would have been as bad at 95 pounds.
No, we would have gone a lot faster.
What's going on, guys? That was it for training. A lot of fun. Getting to work and train with other people and just kind of have a little bit of a competition, which is something that you don't always get when you're doing your own training program. But, you know, at the end of the day, ultimately my goal is to get better at CrossFit. And I think with that, right now it's kind of hard because I want to build up my strength. And so I'm spending a lot more time working just like on my Ollie lifts, and just trying to improve my technique. And it's a little bit of a sacrifice. As you could tell with that first Metcon that me, Harvey, and Javier did, and Ray did, it was fun, but at the same time, my engine is not there. Like, it's not how it was a year ago to when I was doing nothing but, you know, CrossFit. But it's the sacrifice that you have to make, you know, to spend some time working on techniques, spend some time building up, you know, those muscle fibers, spend some time building up that muscular endurance that you can't necessarily get if you don't get that extra barbell work in. And so originally I was actually supposed to do, it was just some snatch work at, I think it was like 80%. But when I walked in today, Harvey was doing the class after, or doing the workout after the class. And so I decided to hop in just because it was gonna be around at the same weight that I was supposed to do if I was just gonna be snatching. And so we did 4 rounds of 5 snatches, 5 thrusters, and 5 burpees over the bar at 135. The original workout was supposed to be at what was it, 85, I think, 85, 95, but we just decided to bump it up. And originally what we were gonna do was, it was supposed to be 2 rounds, and then it was going to be a 10-minute time cap. But once we hit that 2-minute, as you heard Harvey say, that second or third round, it was just kind of like, let's just keep going. Like, let's finish this out. Let's get the 4 rounds in. It's going to suck, but you know, what the heck, let's do it. So that was it for that. It was fun. I mean, was it necessarily Oli work? Not necessarily, but at the same time, just getting to work at that percentage of 135. My max snatch is 185, so to be able to move around, you know, 135 in a WOD is something essentially at some point in time I'm gonna need to be doing in terms of being able to compete at a higher level and train at a higher level. So regardless, it was a pretty fun just to be able to do that with other people. And then after that, just kind of worked on some snatch pulls and some snatch balances. I've definitely felt stronger overhead and with my upper body, which is something that I've oftentimes lacked. But that initial pull, that first and second pull on the snatch pulls, is something that I've been having a really hard time with, because I think I've been spending more time like trying to actually pull it high enough to get underneath it, as opposed to pulling it just enough to where, you know, I can drop with active shoulders and not try to muscle it. That's been the biggest thing that I think I've been struggling with a lot lately, just because I haven't even really been able to, like, I've worked up to 177 as far as max snatches go, but I haven't really been able to hit that since my comp in July, which it's something I really need to work on with my snatch. And even with my clean and jerk, just with some of the workouts that Chris has programmed for the strength and the weightlifting, doing some rack jerks and stuff like that. A couple weeks ago, I did 245 for rack jerk from behind the neck, but last week when I did front rack split jerks, I was barely able to get 200. So I'm not really sure what's going on. I know it's a lot of it's technique that I really need to drill down and work on, but you know, it's one of those things that's really going to be a process of really dialing down my training and making sure that I'm working on all my weaknesses as I should be. But with that, guys, that's going to be really it for today. Thanks for hopping in with training with me and watching my training, as boring as my training is. But at the end of the day, I guess it's more for me than it is for other people, just to see my own progress, just to see, you know, just a video journal of what's going on. You know, it's really easy to get in and out of the gym and not really know where you're progressing and not really tracking anything and just kind of trying to feel good. But then when you go through periods of highs and lows, when you're in those lows, it's like, you know, how do you get back on track? How do you focus? Well, if you've been tracking everything, you know what you've done over the last few weeks, and you know, it may be hard to see the bigger picture, but if you can look at those little details and say, hey, you know, like yesterday I hit a 1 pound PR on my accessory work, or I hit a 1 pound PR on my lift. You know, maybe you didn't hit, you know, a 40 pound PR on your back squat, but at least you know each day you've been hitting it hard in the gym, and you know, the writing's on the wall to say, hey, you know, I don't need to feel bad. Like, I feel great. Like, regardless of the current circumstances, you know, I'm still stoked on what I've been doing as far as the progress that I've been making. So if you're not tracking your stuff, I would highly recommend that, guys. I mean, the only way to really make progress is to track and to see where you're going, whether it's your nutrition, whether it's, you know, you want to get a better body, whether it's you want to be a better power lifter or weightlifter or crossfitter, whatever it is, you got to make sure that you're tracking that stuff. And with that, guys, I got a ton of stuff that I still need to do, projects that I need to finish up and work on. It's just a constant battle of balance, which I'm trying to work towards improving, but I love it at the end of the day. So I'm gonna hop into that. I'm gonna focus on driving so I don't crash. Whatever it is that you guys are doing today, I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Please hit the thumbs up and that like, or the like and that thumbs up and that subscribe. Drop a comment. Let me know what it is that you like about the vlog, what it is that you don't like about the vlog, and at the end of the day, let's connect. Make sure you check out those links in the description of this video. And with that, guys, I will catch you later. Boom.